Hey y'all, it's Lindsay and it's Wellness Wednesday week 23. I know this is kind of an overused phrase in our current society, but I'm going to use it anyway. I've been driving the struggle bus this past week. There's no defensive driving on this struggle bus. But like I usually like to do, I will start with the scale and what the scale showed. So last week I weighed in at 145.6 and today it was 146.0. So it was a 0.4 gain, but that's not really a complete picture of what happened. I felt really good last Wednesday. I felt mentally charged, like we're gonna get some prep done. We're gonna be more intentional. And I didn't really say a lot of that stuff on camera, but in my mind I had it set out. Okay, we're gonna get some on-plan desserts made. We're gonna make sure that all the veggies are prepped. We're gonna make sure to have hard-boiled eggs in the refrigerator for a really quick protein-packed snack because I seem to be struggling with snacks right now. So had it all prepped up in my brain. It's only like 10% prepped if you just do the mental prep work. You actually have to do the work to make it be actually prepped. So I mentally was ready to go. And then on Friday, we had a birthday party with one of my friends, and it was a lot of off-plan options. So I wound up eating 3 slices of regular pizza, and it was good. And then there were cupcakes, and I'm a sugar addict, okay? Had a cupcake, and it was amazing. And there were plenty of cupcakes to go around to where I could have had another one, but I restrained myself. I said, you know what? No, 1 is sufficient, even though my brain was like, oh my gosh, we need more, we need more, we need more. But I sat still and I just said, no, 1 is good. 1 and done. So Saturday morning, I weighed myself and I weighed in at 143.8. I was so excited. I was so excited because that's only 0.2 pounds away from pre-pregnancy weight for me. And I've already hit pre-pregnancy weight before, but it's been kind of an up and down journey, even though I so dislike the journey word, since having reached pre-pregnancy weight. So I was super excited and I thought, you know what? Maybe I can handle a little bit of sugar, like a little bit of sugar. You cannot handle sugar, Lindsay. Not even a little bit, just like this much. No. And then I decided to sabotage myself. I basically turned my brain off and said, I can have a little bit of sugar. And all of a sudden I had eaten cookie dough that I made the girls. I made the girls chocolate chip cookies and I decided I could try a little bit of cookie dough, just to make sure the flavor is right. Isn't that the kind of lie we always tell ourselves? So I tested out a little bit of this cookie dough and it was so and I talked about this in my live stream the other day, and it's a problem. And I had leftover cookie dough in the refrigerator to bake off on Sunday. So Sunday comes around, and on Sunday, what do? I think in my brain, oh, I'm already down almost 2 pounds from last Wednesday. I'm fine. I am so in control here. You are not in control, Lindsay. You are not in control. And so I went through and had a little bit more cookie dough, just more testing purposes and whatnot. And it was one of those things like a little bit is not enough. More is better. And so instead of choosing the best choice, I chose the absolute worst choice, which was regular old cookie dough. Not a good plan. Not a good plan. So I went through and had more cookie dough on Sunday. And then Monday rolled around and I thought, I'm starving, and I didn't ever actually get any food prep done because I allowed the sugar monster to just come in and take over. And I decided to have a granola bar. And it was rough. It was just, why? Why can't I get it back on track after I decide subconsciously, consciously, whichever way, to just dive headfirst off plan and, into a mountain of sugar. I don't know. It's a hard process for me to get back on track. And a commenter on my live stream said that she had to literally treat sugar like an alcoholic would treat alcohol and just never touch the stuff. I'm in complete agreement with her. a little tiny bit of sugar, and here I am diving off of the wagon to jump into a giant bowl of sugar. Honestly, that's ultimately what it boils down to. And it's not okay for me. You know, a lot of people can handle sugar in moderation, or at least they have the ability to stop themselves. I'm an extremist personality, and I know we've talked about that before, but I can't handle even the tiniest little meconium of sugar without diving headfirst into an entire vat of sugar. It's just not within me, and it's not my personality type, and I need to continuously remind myself of the fact that while I can do all things in Christ, I can also be discerning with all things in Christ. And I need to be discerning when it comes to sugar and know that it is not for me. Sugar is not my friend. It works well with others, but not me. Sugar doesn't play nice with Lindsey's body. And it's like I psyched myself up into the whole mentality of, oh, I totally dropped all this weight. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't we tell ourselves that a lot? Like, oh, how are you? I'm fine. I'm just in a world of fine. I'm great. I'm fine. Yeah, fine. No, sugar is not fine. Sugar is never fine for Lindsey, and Lindsey needs to be fully aware of that every time sugar comes into play. It's not okay for me. I can't do it. I cannot take little snitches here and there of the things that I make for the girls, and now it's organic cane sugar and it's home ground flour and all of that stuff that's supposedly more healthy, and that's great for them, but it's not great for me. It's like it's just not. It's not. And I already struggle with a sweet tooth, and to take a sweet tooth and pile on extra sugar, it just really exacerbates my addiction. So I am going to be detoxing again, and Jen Mason she just changed her she has the working from home or working at home school blog, but she just changed her name, and I can't remember. Maybe I can look it up. She just changed her name on her blog to something else. So she just changed her blog name to The Well Planned Kitchen, and I will try to remember to put a link below, but she has like a day of how to get back on track if you've had some cheats. I don't even remember what the name of that one is. But basically, she gives you a rundown of like a little one-day meal plan where you can go through, and if you've been off the wagon for a little while, you can jump right back in and make it a little bit easier on yourself. And I think that there is some sound advice in jumping into a deep S day when you've had a lot of cheat meals or a lot of cheat days, or if you're just really struggling to get back into a sugar-free lifestyle. I do think that eating in the deep S fuel type is really, really helpful. So pretty sure that's what I'm going to be doing today because yesterday it was still a bust. I baked the girls' bread and I had a little bit of the bread, and it's not even that there's the whole like moderation thing, right? And it had 2 tablespoons of honey in the whole loaf. It had home ground flour, and it had 2 tablespoons of oil. So it was a very basic bread, and I'm sure it would still technically fall into fuel pull territory just because it was such a small amount, but that's not something that I want to continue to do because it lights my brain up so badly. I really do have a problem when it comes to simple carbs and sugar. And that's why I'm a trim healthy mama. Honestly, like not having the sugar, not having the white flour, not having the processed foods is more about my brain health than it is about anything else. I can just become so much more on it whenever I am following Trim Healthy Mama. My brain functions so much better whenever I am on plan with Trim Healthy Mama. My brain doesn't feel foggy. I can sleep horribly in a night, and if I'm on plan, I can still have enough cognitive function to make wise decisions for my eating choices. I can still make sure that I am doing what's better for my body instead of what's easier in the moment. And that's really where I'm struggling, and I feel like I'm in the movie Speed. Gosh, that's an old movie, isn't it? not like old, but kind of old. You know, where I can't stop. Can't stop. So I need to just jump off the bus. That's the thing of it. If I could just jump off the bus and know that Trim Healthy Mama is going to help me to recover from this horrible sugar binge. And you know, I call it a binge, but it's not like I've been eating sugar at every turn. It's just like a little bit every day, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And it all adds up. It really does. Oh, sugar. Here's what I'm going to do this week. Instead of just having intentional thoughts, I'm going to execute intentional actions. And I'm going to make sure that there's only like 1, possibly 2 treats in the house. And they're going to be Trim Healthy Mama friendly. If the girls want a treat, they can have some Trim Healthy Mama treats. If they want a snack, they can have a Trim Healthy Mama snack. I'm going to set us up for success this week. And while at dinner time, they might have something like rice with a S meal, and they might have butter on their bread at dinner time or whatever. Their meals can totally be crossovers, but we are on THM this week. I'm not going to be messing around. I'm going to be focused. I'm going to, and that's the thing, like, I'm gonna, you know, like, yeah, sounds good, but I need to execute. Execution is key in Trim Healthy Mama. It's fine and all to sit there and plan and think it through and mentally go through the paces, but until you execute, what are you really gaining? You know, a mindset is a very valuable thing, but a mindset plus execution, all of a sudden you've got some magic sauce right there. And that's what I need to do. I need to get me some magic sauce with this mindset and execution. Some days are tough, other days are easy, and we're just going to take it one day at a time with that magic sauce. Anywho, how has y'all's week been? Have y'all been struggling with sugar the way that I have? Because I'm sure I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. Even if you've been sugar-free for however long, I'm sure just even looking at sugar kind of makes you think, oh, could I just have a tiny taste? And the answer for me is no. The answer for you may be different. But yeah, let me know in the comments section. I'd love to chat with y'all about our sugar problems. If you are new here and aren't really too familiar with me, I highly encourage you to poke around on my channel, see if there's any content that you like. I try to get a Wellness Wednesday up every Wednesday. Some weeks it doesn't happen, some weeks it does. I feel like I've been more consistent than not, but feelings can be manipulated, so there's that. And if there's content here you like, I would love for you to subscribe and hang around and join the conversation with us. And for those of you who have been around for a while, I truly appreciate y'all. I really enjoyed going live the other night. That was a lot of fun. I want to do more of those because having that real-time conversation with y'all is something that that can really just like be an encouragement to me, honestly, and I hope it's an encouragement to y'all. So anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.